Hi, Chris Thompson here again from the Amiga Guide. Today I will be showcasing my top 10 favourite games on the Amiga. So the first game on the list is Space Crusade by Gremlin in association with Games Workshop. So basically you will control Space Marines to do a mission. So you get a choice between Blood Angels, Imperial Fists and Ultramarines, and obviously if you know what 40k is, you'll know exactly what these characters are. And you go off on a mission. It's basically a tabletop game. It's actually from a board game, and you've got to move the guys out like so. And the reason why I've got this at number 10 is because even though I really enjoy this game, there'll be some people who may find this game a little bit boring. It's not very action-packed, I'd say, because it's more like a board game. It's not really like playing the later 40k games like what came out on the PC, like Dawn of War and Dawn of War 2 and whatnot. What even going to Dawn of War 3. But anyway, so basically you just move your men, and that's the end of the turn for now. And booby trap, so that means 2 of my guys just died because there was a booby trap. So I've already got 2 men dead without even doing anything. And yeah, so basically you just move them around, and when you find enemies you kill their enemies, and yeah, so that's Space Crusade by Gremlin. And at number 9 we have James Pond, codename Robocod. It's a very good platformer. Didn't really want to put this into 9, but there is a lot better games than this, I'd say. Even platformer wise, this game's a lot better than this. So basically it's James Pond, which I've never actually played the original, the like first James Pond. Never played any of the other James Pond games. I've only played this. I had it on my Amiga 600 back in the day when I had Amiga 600. And so yeah, it's just a typical platformer. You can go into the doors and it takes you to different levels, and yeah, it's a very nice platformer. But as I said, there are better games than this, platform games better than this, whatnot. So yeah, that's James Pond, codename Robocod. So at number 8 then is Micro Machines, and the reason why I've got this at 8 and not any higher is because it's just a straight port. It's no different to any version that's out on any other system. So basically on the NES, on the Mega Drive, it's no different. It's exactly the same. But it is a great game on the Amiga. So that's why I've put it at number 8. At number 7 then is the New Zealand story, which goes along the lines of, it's very similar to games like Bubble Bobble and Rainbow Islands and Parasol Stars and all that kind of platformer, cutie platformer, as you can see. And even when you shoot enemies, they turn into fruit like they do on Bubble Bobble. And I used to love playing this game back in the day on my friend's Amiga 500 when I used to go around to his house back in the day when we were young. But yeah, really nice platformer. Oh, and yeah, it's a great game. So yeah, that's New Zealand story at 7th position then. At number 6 is a game that needs no introduction. Everybody knows this game. It's been out on every single platform pretty much, including all the handhelds, and that is Lemmings. Lemmings is a great game. Nice little puzzle game. And yeah, so Lemmings at number 6 then. At number 5 then, it is Putty, which is also a nice little platformer where you can stretch this weird little piece of silly putty around, and this isn't really showing much of what the game can actually do, because this is like the little tutorial. So let's actually go into an actual level and see what you can do. Here we go. So you can get up onto levels. Oh, make sure you don't die, and you've got to find you can actually punch enemies, and you can sort of absorb them into yourself by pressing down, or you can't do it with them ones, so you have to punch them. So yeah, that's Putty. At number 4 then, we have Putty Squad, which is essentially Putty 2. And this game is a slight improvement on the first game, and it's actually more of a platformer than the last game was. And you actually get to move around, and I just got killed by one of the frogs. But you actually get to move more around than you did in the last game. And let's see if I can. So yeah, you get the gist. So that's basically Putty 2, or Putty Squad as it's called. This did actually get released on the Switch as well. Oh, got kicked by a cat. Oh, it goes to help you, I think. Oh, it sets a bomb, yeah. But anyway, this got released as a like an HD version of it on the Switch. So that's Putty Squad then at 4. So at number 3 then we have Banshee, which if you've ever played, oh yeah, and it's by Core Design, which later on went on to make games such as Tomb Raider. If you like games like 1942 and games like this, it's basically like 1942, where you go around in a ship, in a plane, and you're shooting enemies. And it's an AGA game, so the graphics are really nice and whatnot. And yeah, so basically you just shooting enemy planes out of the sky like you would in games such as 1942, if you've ever played 1942 or 1943 or any of those type games. It's a very nice looking game. I'm not very good at it, but yeah, it's a very nice game. And yeah, so that's Banshee at number 3. So at number 2 then is Alien Breed. I really love this game. It's done by the Team 17, who went on to be more famous for doing Worms. But yeah, I really love this game. It's very, very, very loosely based on obviously the Alien films and whatnot. It's not actually based on the Alien films, but they've kind of got the idea from the Alien films. You're basically just walking around shooting aliens, which actually very looks like the aliens out of Aliens. On this first level you can actually just go straight into the deck lift, but I don't. I go around and pick up a few things, ammo and whatnot, before I go on to the next level. Yeah, I require first aid because I'm another game I'm not very good at, even though I love this game. So yeah, that's Alien Breed then at number 2. And last but certainly never least is the Bitmap Brothers game Chaos Engine. This is one of my all-time favourite Amiga games. I've loved this game. They did actually bring it out on the Mega Drive, and the gameplay is exactly the same on the Mega Drive, but the graphics just don't hit it for me at all like they do on the Amiga. The Amiga is the best version of this game by far. It's another game that I'm not very good at, but I love this. I love the graphics. I look how they look, all kind of steampunky, and you're killing these weird things. I love these type of games, these top-down shooters like this. I even love the modern top-down shooters like this on the Switch and on the PC. There is Binding of Isaac, which is a great game. If the Amiga was still a big thing, I mean obviously it's a big thing amongst us Amiga community, but if it was still going to this day, the Amiga, if Commodore hadn't have hit its demise, I reckon Binding of Isaac would have been easily on the Amiga. Oh yeah, died, rubbish. But anyway, that's my best Amiga game by far. I love that game. Chaos Engine.